Evening, everyone. Welcome back to the Goodness Show. It's so good to be back and see everyone's faces. And so yeah. I hope you enjoyed the interview. It was very fun. We interviewed Rihanna, and many of you really liked it a lot. Today is not about Rihanna or Rye, if you want to call her that. But today is something that will blow you away, as usual. He is a Canadian ESM developer who owns a really cool pizza place, and I don't know how to explain, but it's mind blowing. Anyway, his name is Tavonne, and he owns Adrian's R&B Club. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Tavonne. Evening, Tavonne. How are you doing? How are you doing today, Tavonne? Oh, I think he's muted. Tavonne, you there?
Oh, was I muted that whole time? My bad. Okay, anyway, I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you doing today? Like, how are you feeling on the show?
I'm feeling great. It's something different. I haven't done something like this in a very long time. Last time I did it was on the FEC today. Got to talk about the first Adrian's opening, so it's kind of been just a little over a year talking about Adrian's yet again, and like it feels nice. I love talking about Adrian's, and I'm happy that people like it and they want to talk to me about it. It it gives me a lot of joy.
Yeah, I bet it. Yeah, I bet it does. I want to talk about it. When did you? What made you want to start it?
So originally, I started developing on Roblox when COVID 2020, like end of like going into 2021, I built a couple CECs because like just out of boredom. But then one day I saw like all these amazing FECs getting built like Oscars, Chalks, Patrick's, and I was like, I want to do this, but I want to do it in a different way, something that can show something I like, something that means a little bit more to me instead of just a pizza place and an animatronic show. I said, I want to put in R&B music. I want to put in an arcade. I want to put in roller coasters. I want to make it like something really different than you won't see in a typical FEC on Roblox. So then I was came up with the idea, the concept in January of 2021. It's like this will work. Boom, Adrian's became a thing, and April 2021 rolls around. The first Adrian's opens. It was pretty cool.
Wow. What year was the first one that came out?
2021. So we actually just finished our
It's,
1 year
yeah, 20.
anniversary stuff, and
Nice.
yeah, it was April
Yeah, I'm
2021.
glad to hear that.
Yep.
It's funny how you're a new guy in ESM and you're working on this, but I mean your work is just phenomenal. I mean it's crazy.
Thank you. And
I
a lot of people look up to my programming too when I program the shows. They look up to my building skills, and I'm like, thank you. And they ask me how I do it. I just put the time and work into it.
yeah yeah think about it like you, the theme of your FEC is about I don't know, when I came to that place, when I visited one time or a few times, it's like teenagers, like animatronic teenagers, you know? It looks
Yeah,
like it, but that's what I like about it. It just has
it's
like
it,
a modern generation feel.
yeah, it's it has the throwbacks to like the 90s because we play a lot of 90s tunes. We play a lot of Janet Jackson, Prince, Boys to Men, Brandy. That's a lot of the songs that are playing for the shows. They have and it's a lot of like 90s and mid to late 80s kind of tunes. So it gives a little bit of throwbacks, but with today's generation. So
That's
people,
yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah, we all need that. We need throwbacks these days, like and I'm glad that you're trying to do that. And yeah, what else? What's something you want to accomplish one day that might blow people away and in a way like I've never seen that before. I want to do that one day.
well, right
What's
now,
one
I,
thing?
right now I'm in school for architectural technology, and if I were to ever become a full-time architectural technologist or architect, I do want to see if I can like bring agents to life, like somewhere and make a store. Maybe probably not franchise it, but keep it like one of those home stores. They have it running with the animatronics shows exactly how I wanted it as I visioned it back in 2021. Keep it at its roots, but just bring it to life
Hmm.
off of Roblox. It'll be nice.
Yeah. Thing is,
And
yeah, I 2 years of me doing interviews in this theater. I mean, I've never heard anyone say like, "I want to bring this in real life one day."
yeah,
That takes a lot of work, but I
it is
I
a lot
think
of work. Yeah, but we'll see what happens. It only takes time.
yeah, it does. Um, you one day, yeah, and are you into like engineering and stuff, or just flashbacks of Chuck E. Cheese showbiz or all that?
I've been going to school for architectural technology. Last year was my first year. I'm going into second year now. Uh, I've always been into design, and then CC was just like a lot of like the young like when I was younger, and then going on to Roblox one day, I noticed there was people making games and then making their own FECs. I was like, oh, maybe a little flashback to my memories, but then it turned into something a little bit bigger with my other passion of designing things and building stuff.
Yeah, sweet. Can I ask you a silly question?
Yeah, what is it?
Somebody, somebody in the seats asked me to ask you a question. Why are there chairs in your bathroom? And and Adrian's.
Oh my God. Uh, so we that one's hard to explain. So a lot of the building inspirations I use, I go off of actual buildings, and that's where there's usually in the women's bathroom they have places for women to nurture their babies. So that's I kind of just put it in there, and I was like, oh, whatever. I saw it in a picture, and I was like, okay, I guess I'll do that. And it turned into a running joke. So it was pretty funny.
That's funny, bro. Yeah, sorry, somebody requested that, and I just had to ask it. um, yeah, I think you're doing really good what you're doing.
And today is actually
It's
gonna be it, it's
yeah.
gonna be the last day of the current store too. Again, preparing for a new and bigger store. Not much is out about it,
Oh,
but will be coming out soon. So I'm very excited to get that up and going. Permits are somebody's trying to like get permits to see what I have going. They're like, "Oh, can I get fake permits?" And I'm like, "How the hell are you gonna get permits? It's Roblox." But yeah, so we got a lot
yeah.
coming for Adrian's as a brand too.
Yep. Permits on Roblox. This is crazy. Uh, let me think. I mean, I think you'd be a good businessman growing up. That's what really this community is about, business and like, I don't know, fun. But I
Yeah,
think a guy who started out building things during COVID-19 and now in the ESM community, that's just, you know, something in you that's pretty cool, I gotta say. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I think that's really cool that you have a good mindset to rig. You're good at rigging, right? Like you
I
you can
I
rig
don't
pretty well, right?
I can rig, I can do like complicated rigs and stuff, but I don't do it as often. I'm more on the programming side. Uh yeah, what's your question, Rebel? But yeah, I'm more on the programming side. Once the show's set up, I program them all because it takes a lot more time, so I usually have somebody did all the rigging for me. Oh, that a coaster.
New coaster.
Well, you just gotta wait and see. When the announcement comes on what's coming, then you'll know. It's a
Yep.
little hush hush still,
um.
but we'll see.
Um. One more question. What inspired you more to do this? What inspired you more to do Adrian's like what? I know there's real life places like Chuck E. Cheese, Showbiz, all that.
Uh, Adrian's okay, so when I made it, I wanted to show a little. So it was also like a lot of stuff, like a lot of people like don't really know like the R&B music, the 90s music, like they know a lot of the basic stuff, but somebody said this to me, Adrian shows off a lot of like black power, black stuff, like a black era where a lot of our music was showing off. So I said, okay, let's try this out. That really inspired me to get the show like that, but the store as a whole was just a mind burst idea. I was like, hey, I want to do this, and then I did it.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Well, one more question. The, how do you feel about, I don't know, the community itself?
it's a hellhole sometimes, but there are a lot of great people that I am friends with. You see Josh in the audience right now, just blabbering his mouth. Just like one of my close friends within the community. I love Nick, love Cammy, all great people.
Yep. Well, Tavon, it has been like a huge honor for you to come to this show.
Thank you. It's an honor to be on it.
And yeah, so guys, thank you so much for coming and watching. I had so much fun having Tavon come and share all this with you. Yeah, come next week. We have another good person. This person, I will give a little hint. This person is a dog, and he loves Doges, and you know him. You probably know him. Another hint: it's a small world. Goodbye, everyone, and thank you so much for coming. And last thing, FEC today sucks.